Hello and welcome to our second day of 8 lights for 8 nights, trying to infuse more spirituality into our Hanukkah experience every single night of Hanukkah. I want to share with you an idea that is specifically related to this. It's fascinating that if you look in the halachos of Hanukkah, it turns out that there is no obligation to have a meal. There is a strong custom to have a meal on Hanukkah, to have a su'udat mitzvah, a mitzvah-worthy meal, but there is no obligation. And that's very odd. Usually whenever we have a Jewish holiday, there is some element of a Jewish meal that is included. You have to eat matzah on Pesach. On Purim we have a su'udah. Sukkot, you have to sit in the sukkah and eat. Of course, this is what it means to have any sort of a Jewish holiday. So why would it be that when it comes to Hanukkah that there is no obligation to have a meal and that it's just a custom? And also, as the Shulchan Aruch tells us, it's only a custom if you also include in it words of Torah and beautiful Jewish songs, then it becomes a true Sudat mitzvah. But without that, there is no objective need to have a meal on Hanukkah. And interestingly enough, Rabbi Meir Dan Platsky, the Kli Chemda, explains beautifully that you have to look at the nature of what the miracle of Hanukkah was all about. If you try and understand the history a little bit, you'll realize that what makes Hanukkah so different on a fundamental level from every other Jewish holiday is the fact that there was never a desire to totally annihilate the Jewish people. Similar to what we mentioned yesterday, the whole goal of Hanukkah was to have a spiritual annihilation and not a physical one. And as a result, says the Kli Chemda, that the goal of the holiday is to do whatever we can to continue spiritually growing and spiritually engaging and not necessarily to care as much on the physical level. True, there are various customs to eat latkes and donuts and Hanukkah gelt, all beautiful and very important ideas, but none of them represent the ikar, the main point of the holiday, because the main point of the holiday is to achieve some semblance of spiritual growth and spiritual change. The meal is important, but only if you have with it spirituality, music, singing, Torah. This should be our goal as we go into this second day of Hanukkah and as we experience the lights of the menorah, to realize that there is this need to continue to infuse our lives with not just physicality, but most importantly on Hanukkah, with an increased amount of spirituality. Wishing you a beautiful second day of Hanukkah.